I'm Megan Lyle, I'm one of the lead vocalists.
I'm Dylan Willis, I'm one of the lead vocalists.
Kat Watson, producer, team leader and saxophonist.
I'm Lottie and I'm the songwriter and guitar player.
I'm Sam Holcomb and I'm a drummer on the performance path.
Hello, we are Something Funky and we are a group of musicians who have come together to form a funk band. The brief that we set ourselves was to compose a 4 to 6 minute funk track that we would perform live at Winter Live.
At the beginning of this project, we decided to set ourselves several main goals that we worked towards throughout this process. These included creating a song that felt well suited and authentic towards the genre of funk, developing our knowledge on an unexplored genre and developing our collaborative skills.
The biggest challenge we faced as a team was learning how to compose and play in an unfamiliar genre, adapting to the challenges that came our way. For example, when we first started workshopping ideas, our chords didn't fit with the typical funk genre. In order to execute funk effectively, we had to brainstorm ideas, which heavily relied on our keys player Lorna. Although this was a lot of pressure for her, she managed to pull through and lead the team on the melodic front, meaning that the rest of the band could follow, incorporating bass, guitar, saxophone and percussion.
One of the challenges we faced as a group was not having enough musicians to do justice to the track and the funk genre. As a producer, my role was to record our vocalists singing backing vocals, to add it to a backing track for the live performance, as well as collaborating with other musicians.
Early on in the composing process for You Don't Mind, a challenge I struggled with was an overwhelming sense of pressure to come up with a chord progression for the song. As one of the only harmonic instrumentalists within the group, I was responsible for coming up with a chord progression that was stylistically appropriate and also suitable for my instrument. With a lack of members to bounce my ideas off of, workshopping harmonic movements was a very tedious process. However, after the trial and error of different harmonic ideas, I managed to eventually compose a strong piece of music.
The biggest challenge that I faced during this process was working as part of a vocal ensemble within the group. As I was working alongside 2 additional vocalists within Something Funky, it was important that I took the time to heavily analyse and consider the exact notes and phrasings of my melodies, as I had to account for the harmonic movements of not only myself, but the other vocalists as well. Understanding how each part integrated and intertwined with one another was extremely important, as it would ensure that the end product sounded polished and refined.
One thing I personally struggled with during this project as a songwriter was writing lyrics and melodies in a genre that I'm unfamiliar with. My research helped me with this aspect, as listening to a lot of popular funk songs gave me inspiration and ideas that helped me to develop this basis for the song. Also, working closely with the band and my team helped me massively to create parts of other instruments and create a composition that works well for the genre.
As team leader, organising our musicians, songwriters and vocalists was important to reach our end goal of putting on a successful funk performance at Winter Live. During our weekly sessions, I managed practical elements such as the live sound and playback, as well as administrative tasks such as creating a project timeline, research and record keeping. These aspects of this role enabled us to overcome challenges we faced.
We managed to fulfil the brief by use of communication through our WhatsApp group to make sure that we hit all points across the brief. We also used this to organise extra rehearsals to make sure we completed it all. This, plus feedback from each other and our tutors, meant we could smash all points across the brief. We also did research into the funk genre, which influenced our composition and playing further on down the line.
One of the biggest challenges I faced as a vocalist was learning how to navigate the vocal lines within the funk genre. I was quite unfamiliar with what to do, so I did some research for it and specifically looked into James Brown and his performance of Get Up Off of That Thing, where him and his backing vocalists had call and response type relationships so that it created a more rounded and full performance. I took this into my project with the other vocalist and we demonstrated this by going back and forth and ad-libbing off of each other to create a more interesting and enjoyable vocal line.
Over the course of writing the song, the biggest challenge I faced as the drummer was writing the solo. I wanted to include some hits and stabs for everyone to join in, so it wasn't just drums for 16 bars. It was also quite difficult developing the groove throughout the rest of the song, as we didn't have a bass player. We had help from a tutor playing bass in one of our sessions, and we eventually got one of our friends Frankie in. This then helped a lot for me to figure out what I was doing with the kick drum in the grooves for the whole song.
Overall, this project was challenging for us both collectively as a group and as individuals in our respective fields. However, through research, preparation, constructive feedback and problem solving, we were able to fulfil the brief and achieve our goals of improving our technical abilities as musicians and producers in the creative industries.
Well, you don't care. We good to go? Amazing. Hello everyone, we're Funk Buddies. As you can see by the lovely poster behind us on the screen, on the 24th of November we put together an evening of jazz, blues and bossa nova at Newhouse Art Space, which is in the heart of Guildford. It's a lovely cafe by day, event space by night. We performed a collection of music containing a mix of covers and originals, and the tickets were £10, and so with them sort of £10 we collected an overall revenue of £342. And when we split that 50-50 with the venue, and after paying for an evening alcohol license and paying our session musicians Reef and Ella, who were on drums and keys respectively, we collected an overall profit of £71, which for a uni project I don't think is that bad. We intend on using this money in future for another event, I hope. I think we're going to try and do some different music genres, maybe folk or whatever it is we end up doing, and we're going to use that for like promotional material or paying any other session musicians or performers we would like.
Newhouse Art Space. Newhouse Art Space is an artist residential space as well as a pop-up gallery. During the day it offers a workspace alongside its coffee shop, Frida's. In the evenings, the workspace is turned into a blank canvas, hosting gallery exhibitions, queer workshops, and all sorts of events. As I work there, and I have worked many of these events, starting this project, we knew that Newhouse would be the perfect space to host our upscale event. Patrons of Newhouse Art Space belong to a certain demographic, which we understood would appreciate this particular event more than the patrons of the Boiler Room or the Holroyd Arms. The layout of the venue also allowed us to transform the room however we wanted, turning the cafe area into a bar space, serving signature coffee-infused cocktails. After doing a lot of research into the jazz club aesthetic, we were certain that elements needed to be included. The first element was keeping the lighting dim and ambient in the style of 1930s Prohibition period speakeasies, borrowing LED candles from the Boiler Room and bringing fairy lights to spotlight the band. The second was the placement of musicians. We wanted to make sure that we didn't lose the intimacy of a speakeasy, keeping the band closely situated to the punters. It was also a conscious choice to have the band seated, as it was quite a long set and because it's common for jazz blues musicians to be seated when playing, keeping the evening as authentic as possible. As we had a blank canvas, we used the sofas and the tables in the cafe to accommodate the quantity of tickets we'd sold, while still making the room feel intimate and warm. This backfired as we had a much larger turnout than expected, packing all of the chairs and sofas with people. Standing room was the only space left.
So we were heavily inspired by a company called Guildford Jazz, which is a local non-for-profit local music organisation, who celebrate the rich history of jazz and blues and bossa nova as well, mostly jazz, obviously. The organisation has been an integral part of the local Guildford music scene since its inception in 2011, and it's helped to raise over £120,000 for various charities over the years. And we're particularly inspired by their work at Beats, which is an event they put on at the Boiler Room. I think it used to be every month, but I think it's every couple of months now, and it's particularly targeted towards younger people. I think since I moved here, I think I've only missed a couple of them, either through working there or from going to the event myself. So I'm quite familiar with the event. And I spoke to the guy who organizes Beat with Guildford Jazz, called Graham, and he helped us sort of put together some ideas and gave us some really valuable advice on how best to put it together. Unfortunately, due to some complications with their scheduling, no one at Guildford Jazz was able to attend our event, but they did send their kindest regards, which is very nice of them.
So the music. Naturally, before we started, we needed to decide what the event was actually going to be playing. There was a little bit of a discussion between us all wanting to focus on different areas of music, so we decided to compromise and go for 3 distinct genres, obviously in the title, jazz, blues, and bossa nova. So first things first, we put together a playlist, greatly known as Frida's Jazz, which contained all sorts of different inspirations, such as Robert Cray, Eric Clapton, Lorfi, Paula Lenners, and John Lee Hooker, all sorts of covering from early blues and jazz to more modern versions of bossa nova. After that, we went on to our original music. So we, again, split up into groups and focused on what we were more passionate on. So myself and Charlie focused on writing more blues-orientated music. Lola and Zach went for more jazz-orientated music, and Harry focused on 2 bossa nova tracks. Overall, I think it went really, really well. We were proud of our songwriting, and we have a presentation coming at the end of the presentation with a video that you can watch of us doing it.
Okay, so in terms of production, it was a little bit difficult because we had to scramble around and get all the equipment between us all and externally. But we managed to do it. For the setup of the live show, we used a Behringer XR XR12, which was a wireless mixer. It was hooked up to an iPad that displayed the mixing desk, EQ and compression and effects, which was connected with a Wi-Fi connection. The mixing desk itself was connected to a 2-way array system. One of the main challenges was that the mixing desk only had 4 XLR inputs and 8 jack inputs. So we had to prioritize what was put through the PA system. Another hurdle that we faced was also that we needed to record some of the songs for the set list. So to do that, we put all the microphones into a Focusrite Scala AT920 3rd gen audio interface, and then took the outs from the interface into the mixing desk. Recording it this way kind of killed 2 birds with one stone. It meant that we could record all the microphone inputs and also take the jack outs and plug them into the mixer. As we were short on XLR inputs and XLR leads. As the venue was fairly small, not all the instruments needed to go through the PA system. The bass and electric guitar were played straight out of the amplifiers, which were plenty loud enough, and the drum kit was played acoustically. Both amps and the drum kit had an overhead microphone that we used to record. We sent the vocals, the backing vocals, acoustic guitar, piano to the PA, and I ended up blending them with the amp sounds. Overall, it went pretty well. Only a couple minor hiccups due to the venue only allowing us a little bit of time to set up, so it's slightly rushed in the setup, but other than that, it went really well.
Awesome. So in a second, we've got a little presentation coming on for you, presenting some of the original music that we put on. Just a big thank you to everyone that supported us through the event and everyone that helped us out, that being the Boiler Room and obviously Newhouse Art Space and everyone we were able to borrow equipment off. Thank you very much. Please enjoy.
Woke up this morning without you. Another day, I've been feeling those blues. Seems that I was born to play your evening tunes, but now I'm sick of feeling the blues. Girl, you let me down, treated me so wrong. Whatever happened to that love lost song? Day by day, night by night, you always put up a little tough fight out on the street. Stop moving my feet. I'm running out of time. Don't wanna lie, so I'll tell you something true. I'm sick of feeling the blues. I don't expect to be treated with the slightest little bit of respect. My account's been deleted 'cause of the 50,000 angry little messages I left. And I know you've got me wrapped around your fingers, and it's you that I want, and it's you I've got on my mind. You're gonna hate me, baby, but the thing is that it's true 1,000 times on. My mates are saying I'm crazy every time that I say your name. And I don't wanna sound lazy, but it'd be so much fucking easier if you just felt the same. You're too slow, and I know I want you and you don't, but that's fine 'cause you're mine and I am never letting go. How many times have I got to say it? 1,000 times so you don't forget it. I'm never leaving you alone, so I guess you'll have to call the police. Someone said you're a Virgo, so I guess that makes us low on sex compatibility. Never mind, I guess, oh no, it's fine, no stress. Go kiss somebody else who isn't me. That's your decision, boy. Just block out all the noise. Just say my name 1,000 times. I'll be forever yours.
There's a pair of eyes I've come to know. It's impossible to tell just where they've been, but I'm sure that someday soon they'll see right through. I wonder if the aching of it stops. Wishing I'd be silenced in the heat of a grace, but I'm sure that someday soon they'll see right through. Wait, won't you stay another while, just till I can build a home in your skin? Take on, I'm bandaged up in dark. I left a bird outside your door, so let me in. You could take almost anything. Maybe I should stay inside the day instead of being swallowed in the heat of a case. But I'm sure that someday soon they'll see right through.
Yeah? Cool. Hello to the two people in the audience. I'm Kirsty Williams, and we're going to do some songs for you, if that's okay. This first one's Dua Lipa, and it's called Break My Heart, and we hope you enjoy. to say the first goodnight. Had to love and lose 100,000,000 times. Had to get it wrong to know just what I like. Now I'm falling. You say my name like I have never heard it. I've been decisive, but this time I know for sure. Hope I'm not the only one that did it all. Are you falling? Center of attention, you know you can get whatever you want from me. Whenever you want it, baby. It's you and my reflection, and I'm afraid of all the things it could do to me. If I would've known it, baby, I would've stayed at home. 'Cause I was doing better alone. But when you said hello, I knew that was the end of it all. I should've stayed at home. 'Cause I'm gonna let you go. And my falling in love with the one that could break my heart. Oh no, I was doing better alone. But when you said hello, I knew that was the end of it all. I should've stayed at home. 'Cause I'm gonna let you go. And my falling in love with the one that could break my heart. I wonder when you got it back on. You can play that game, but you lose every time. Everyone before you were always that smile. Yeah, you got me. Center of attention, you know you can get whatever you want from me. Whatever you want it, baby. It's you and my reflection, and I'm afraid of all the things it could do to me. If I would've known it, baby, I would've stayed at home. 'Cause I was doing better alone. I knew it was the end of it all. I should've stayed at home. 'Cause I'm gonna let you go. Am I falling in love with the one that could break my heart? Oh no, I was doing better alone. But when you said hello, I knew it was the end of it all. I should've stayed at home. 'Cause I'm gonna let you go. Am I falling in love with the one that could break my heart? Break my heart. Break my heart. Am I falling in love with the one that could break my heart? I would've stayed at home. 'Cause I was doing better alone. But when you said hello, I knew it was the end of it all. I should've stayed at home. 'Cause I'm gonna let you go. Am I falling in love with the one that could break my heart? Oh no, I was doing better alone. But when you said hello, I knew it was the end of it all. I should've stayed at home. 'Cause now I'm gonna let you go. Am I falling in love with the one that could break my heart? Gonna take this time to introduce these wonderful boys behind me. We've got Corbin on bass, Samuel Wang on drums, Sebastian on guitar, and Ben Cox on keys. I would've stayed at home. 'Cause I was doing better alone. But when you said hello, I knew it was the end of it all. I could've stayed at home. 'Cause now I'm gonna let you go. Am I falling in love with the one that could break my heart? Thank you very much. This next one is actually one of my songs. It's been out for a while, but we're going to reduce, reuse, and recycle. This next one's called Cry, and we've actually got a special guest who's going to come out midway through this song to do a little remix. And yeah, are we ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. Corbin? Yeah. We ready? This is Cry, and we hope you enjoy. it's funny. Keep your mouth shut, baby. You're talking all that shit, but don't come crying, running to me. I know you've been here lately, thinking about all the things you did to me. And I know you're scared, but I can wrap you up just like your mommy. Ooh, don't need to try, don't need to fight. Ooh, 'cause I'm coming for you everywhere you hide. Hey, I think it's funny, I'm no longer your baby. Didn't talk much, but when you did, just know it was always lying to me. And I know that you're aware that I am not your fool, baby. Gotta do what I gotta do, I ain't gonna be losing my cool, baby. Ooh, don't need to try, don't need to fight. Ooh, 'cause I'm coming for you everywhere you hide. I need you to shut your mouth, baby, and stop all that shit from coming out, baby. I can't do it for you, I don't wanna try. 'Cause every time I see you, all you ever do is cry.
She been crying all night, I don't really give a damn. She been wanting to fight, but it's not in my plan. And I told she no right, like to okay if the man. And I tried to revive, but it's gone in the spell. What we gon' do? I've been telling you the truth, are you wrong too? Been the one that's always good, I support you. Why you sipping on the booze like what told you? Like what told you? It's a bad sign. Trying to figure why you always gon' lie. Just like why? Why you always gonna fight? Hey, hey, are you cry? 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 Yeah,
all you ever do is
yeah.
cry. Bangkok's on keys, everyone. I need you to shut your mouth, baby, and stop all that shit from coming out, baby. I can't do it for you, and I don't wanna try. 'Cause every time I see you, all you ever do is cry. 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 Thanks, Dan. Everyone give it up for Daniel Ajayi, everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, this is our last one, and that's when the two people in the audience go, shame. This one's called Valerie. We like doing this one, so we hope you like it as much as we do. Run it, DJ. Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water, and I think of all the things what you're doing. And in my head I paint a picture. Since I've come home, when my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Valerie. 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 Did you have to go to jail? Put your house on up for sale? Did you get a good job? Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Thank you very much for having us. We hope you enjoyed. Thank you.